You got to deal with folk, you know, that don't speak to you, walk around and they see you, but they act like they don't see you. The folk that say, well, he got enough, we don't need to give him nothing. Forget that you have to get up on Monday morning and go to work like they do. Y'all hear me? You cannot focus on the goat because the sheep still need to be fed. Y'all hear me? You don't want them to walk by your trial course so they don't have to say anything to you, come in contact with you. They don't want to look at you, they don't want to shake your hand. They won't even think they have the gall amenity to even call you reverend. You've been there 3 years and they still will not utter the right reverence until you and call you pastor. Reverend, how you doing? I'm good. And you know what I discovered? It does not matter about what you call me. You can call me everything. I'm the son of God. I'm the son. But one thing I do know is who God qualifies. That's right. Y'all come on here. You may not recognize. You may not call me by the appropriate title, but there don't come a time.
What you say?
Let me hurry. Reverend, they call you Reverend. Yes, sir. Intentionally.
Yes, sir.
Even when you have to put up with some stuff you don't want to put up with. Let's see. Don't forget that the sheep. That's right.
Sheep
still need you.
Yes, sir.
Don't forget that they are still depending on you. They're waiting on and ready and willing. They want to grab onto your vision. Let me help somebody today. I'm not gonna be long. You know how this stuff is.
Take your time, boy. Take your time.
Church sometimes gets out of order. Sometimes there are too many Indians. Too many chiefs, brother.
And not no Indians.
If you go to any Indian tribe, they only got one chief. And what Chief Okoboka said, that goes. Now he may call the council man to get their advice, but ultimately what the chief said. Y'all didn't hear me. What happens is, what I discovered, too many visions causes division. Let me park right there. Too many, what I think. What the law told me. Well, hold on. Why would God bypass the man he put in charge? Try to mess it off to you, but you give it to him. Touch your man and say, somebody, that don't sound right. That sounds right. Don't forget to sheep because on Sunday morning, they need to hear your voice.
Yes, sir.
Don't forget to feed the sheep because on Sunday morning,
yes, sir.
They need to hear. Tell it all, press it all. Take my hand. On Sunday morning, the sheep come to hear the word from the shepherd. Sheep come to tell God, thank you for another day's journey. Sheep come to give God some praise. And I have 5 folk in here that came to Macedonia to give God an about to praise. Your bills are due, but God's about to turn some things around. Now, folks are talking about you, but God's about to shut their mouth. There ain't 5 folk in here that got an about to praise that don't mind y'all keep moving. They don't mind that somebody really knows that God's about to do exceedingly abundantly for all we ask. Watch this. Keep on lifting up the sheep. God is love. You remember David, don't you? David had passion. He was a shepherd boy and he had passion for his sheep. And in the 23rd Psalm, David used this metaphor of a shepherd and his sheep to describe the Lord's path for his people. That's why he said, thy rod and thy comforts me. And he said, thy rod and thy comforts me. Watch this. The rod was And sometimes that rod has a hook on it. Every now and again, certain folks get out of line. When the sheep will get out of line, what the angels would have to do was get that rod and pull them back into it. Y'all hear me now?
You can hear that?
The fold.
That rod.
And what he had the staff for is that every now and again there was some predators. That were lurking around and trying to steal and trying to corrupt some of the sheep. And what a good shepherd knows how to do, he has a discerning spirit. And he takes that staff, that rod, or that staff, and he knows how to beat. Go ahead. Y'all help me now. Knows how to get the enemy's attention, let them know, I see what you're trying to do. But it won't work here. You got to find somewhere else to go because they belong to me. And I have to make sure that I watch out for their well-being. David knew how to run what I'm saying. To take the rod and his staff and utilize it the right way. And what I discovered, when you can have passion for your people, it doesn't always feel good to bring them into the fold. But every now and again, you got to bring them in and have a reality check.
Shout, boy! Preach, Ellis!
The enemy
Ride your house, Ellis!
comes to kill,
Steal and destroy.
A pastor who has passion becomes a good shepherd because sheep sometimes will wander off. But a pastor with passion makes sure that his sheep are not carried about with every wind of doctrine by the trickery of man and craftiness in deceitful schemes. Watch this. You know you got folks that come to town and put a rag around their head, and your members will tell you, well, Pastor, he called my name.
What you say?
Can I have somebody today? If you don't know your name by now, as long as you've been in church,
Ellis!
he makes sure they put on the whole armor of God. That they understand the wow of the devil. He helps you Lord gird about your truth. And he puts on the breastplate of righteousness. He makes sure that your feet show the preparation
of the gospel. Yes, sir.
The gospel of peace.
Preach.
He makes sure that you take the shield of faith. He makes sure that you put on the helmet of salvation. And he makes sure you carry the sword of the Spirit, which is the Word of God.
You own it, Reverend, you own it.
You can follow every wind of doctrine that comes along because there's a wolves in sheep clothing. And I tell you a lot of times, you ain't got to ask nobody how a pastor is. Excuse my colloquialism. But watch this. The Bible says like this: you shall know them by their fruit.
They bear.
Oh, help me here.
By the fruit they bear.
They say too much about their pastor because they know what's really